Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put salsa on a bagel. Greetings, First Jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with some toe tapping.
And it ends with some salsa dancing.
Yes, folks, this is the Dancin' Minute, and Keenan and I are dancing fools minus the dancing. But let's get to the top of this minute. You'll remember Jobu had just made her grand entrance, complete with Elvis costume and pet pig. Speaking of which, Officer Anthony had just told Jobu that she can't be here, and we learned that not only does Jobu have a pet pig, but she herself is a pet ant. And
yeah, sometimes the space Nazis are grammar Nazis
yes.
as well.
Mm-hmm. And in this minute, she gets even more pedantic. She says, "See, I can physically be here," as she playfully taps the toe of Anthony's boot with her blue suede... Well, no, I guess they're not blue suede shoes. Thinking about it now, that is the weirdest type of shoe. Firstly, suede? See, I may be wrong, but isn't that like fuzzy leather?
It's leather from the other side than we're used to. The other side of the hide, yeah.
The other white meat. Yeah. But it's like, those are going to get ruined real quick, And you're just like walking around, unless all you're doing is walking on, on and off stage with them, then,
right.
And then blue, I don't know. I mean, but hey, I am neither a king of rock nor roll, so you do you. Folks.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Elvis ever wore blue suede shoes because he stole it from Carl Perkins to begin with.
Oh, well, there you go.
Carl Perkins, yeah, maybe he wore blue suede shoes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And if Elvis did, then they were Carl Perkins's shoes. So he's a shoe thief, is what Keenan Diaz is saying, folks.
That's right. No, but Jobu has, we see her in the wide shot earlier because she has these white leather boot things. Yeah, very tall. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make Stephanie's shoe look tall because she's not, but it helps a little bit. A couple inches.
Yeah. Right. And that's that's the type of thing that Elvis would wear.
Oh, right.
Right. Minus the heels, maybe. But, yeah.
But, I think, a lot of actors talk about how much the shoe, especially on like stage, how much once, because you like rehearsing for several weeks and then finally they gave you the shoes for the character. And you're like,
yeah.
This is this character. Right? Yeah. So these couple inches that Stephanie's shoe gets here, I'm sure really help a lot because she's in this scene with, men who are taller than her. Some of them like a foot, like literally a foot taller than her. So that little boost must help a lot.
Right. She's got to be this kind of menacing chaos god. And yeah. But yeah, she taps his toe. She can physically be here. And then we cut back up to them. And I love what Stephanie Shu is doing here. As she's talking, her gaze is sort of drifting off of him and into the void as she explains what is essentially her view of everything, right? Of reality. And I like that too. I wonder if this is a trope. It's the villain who is constantly teaching you their worldview. I'm thinking like Heath Ledger's Joker, where it's like it's almost like they're excited to share this revelation that they've had, and the revelation is usually the thing that has changed them, and then they show back up like, look, I figured it all out, right? And with the hero, like they're excited to share it. They want the hero to feel this way too. But with NPCs like Officer Anthony, it's more like you're not going to understand any of this, but I'm going to explain it anyway. All right, I love it. There might actually be a name for it. I think it might be the trope called the philosopher.
Oh, that's a real trope?
Yes. I was looking up tropes, and it might be that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. In the movies, when we have, say, an actual philosophy teacher, like they're in a philosophy class or something, they tend to be more like John Houseman in The Paper Chase, and just like they don't learn anything from this teacher. The teacher is like stern and cold, and you don't get anything out of them.
Right.
It takes someone like the Joker.
Exactly, right? Saying the exact same thing, but not sounding like Ben Stein. or the Peanuts teachers, like wah, 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 But yeah. Okay, so, but yeah, she finishes and she sort of looks back up at him and she laughs like, sorry, I was waxing philosophical. And he laughs too.
Because she's been, I like what you're saying. she's pretending to talk to him, or starts off talking to him, but then her gaze is drifting like, oh, you've sparked this idea in me because I'm just such a deep thinker, right? And so I'm looking more. She's like looking like through his shoulder essentially,
yes,
as she says all this, right? And obviously it's all an act, but she's putting this on like oh yes, what a stimulating conversation we've just had, and let's get back to the meat of this.
It's like you're somehow you inspired me to think of this, like
right.
No. But yeah, and then so she laughs, like she's like caught herself off guard, and then he laughs too, catching him off guard, and they share a laugh, and everything's nice, and then we cut as he says, "Hands behind your back, come on." And we hear Evelyn say something. First word might be Mandarin. Sounds like buyao, which in this case would be like wait, no, stop, or like I don't want this, or something like that. And then she continues in English, trying to explain. It's like Waymond, and yeah, when she can't find the words, she looks to Waymond for help. But both Waymonds have been removed from the board temporarily, and she is.
Excuse me a second. Both of them. I see what you're saying.
Yes, both
Alpha and R.
And our Waymond. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This is that Spider-Man meme with all the three Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Yeah.
I'll tell you why I got confused by that.
Oh, okay.
Lester, do you have the movie up right now?
Yes.
So you said both Waymonds, and one of the things I have noticed in this sequence is that we have a continuity error where we have two Officer Bryans.
What?
So this is not something that matters at all, and it's not like, oh, they really messed up, take these Oscars back. But behind Officer Anthony, down his corridor, because we're at an intersection, there's an Officer Brian back there, and then there's another one over by Waymond. Yeah,
folks,
Evelyn.
I didn't. Oh my gosh, you are absolutely right.
Yes, they've placed him twice. I don't know if they were just like, well, we need. I don't know. I don't know what. It's a mistake.
Yeah,
it's just a mistake. I was like, maybe they needed him in both, but no, it's just a mistake. So yeah, he's in. Yeah. Brian Lee is in both areas.
Yeah. So folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, there is the shot around 54 minutes and 16 seconds, around 16 seconds into this thing, we're looking at Jobu, and behind Jobu is Officer Anthony, and behind Officer Anthony is just a little bit blurry, kind of leaning on the wall, is what has to be Officer Brian Lee.
Yeah, we're going to see him a little bit clearer later on, and yeah, it's him in his white security guard outfit with the bald head.
Yes,
and you can get a little glimpse of the Kleenex up his nose from his broken nose. Yes.
So yeah. So no theories about how he's verse jumper 2, folks.
No. Just ask them to mail 2 of their Oscars back.
No.
Yeah. I guess editing and best supporting actor have to go back now.
For looking at this thing the way that we're looking at it under this microscope, this has comparatively less little flubs than other movies that we've seen.
Yeah, completely. We're doing this wrong.
Yes. Yeah. But yes.
I'm sure that they were in the editing room literally and being like, well, no one's going to notice that. Yeah. They probably said that a couple times.
Brian Lee was in there and he was like, oh, fuck. Because that's what he says in the movie. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, so we found another thing, folks. Okay, so that's why he was like, oh, both Waymonds, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh, no, you found 2 Waymonds, too.
No, 2 Waymonds, 1 body. Don't look up that YouTube video. Okay, so we cut back to Jobu as she's getting cuffed, and she says in the Whittle Baby Cherub voice, you're going to make me walk through you? Right. Speaking of which, there's another example of the other trope that Jobu embodies, folks. We just had our monthly bonus episode, and it was Constantine with Keanu Reeves and Peter Stormare as the devil, and his devil was so powerful and so confident in his power that he spends pretty much all of his screen time acting silly and irreverent, speaking in cute little voices, because it amuses him. And that's what we got going on here, I think, is Jobu's just kind of, she's so above it all that she's also above decorum and sanity. It's like those are beneath her, right?
Right.
Yeah.
She could come in and scare the crap out of these people if she wanted to, but she decided that's less fun if they're, I don't know, all on their guard or whatever. She wants to waltz in there and be taken unseriously.
Yes, exactly. And it's working. Officer Anthony says, yeah, cutie, I can't let you do that either. And this seems to touch a nerve with Jobu. I like this too. It's not all fun and games, right? I'm trying to teach you something and you're still getting it wrong. I love this. It's like she's disappointed in her pupil. All right. We'll see this more with her and Evelyn, but the genuine anger here is such good character work. If you have a villain like this who is seemingly unflappable, pay attention to when they are flapped. Right, like if they're unserious about everything, pay attention to when they get serious. Right, going back to Heath Ledger. Right, there's that moment in the pencil scene when someone says you're crazy. Right, and he stops being silly for just a moment, and he sort of like growls. He's like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." Right.
Lick, since you can't see Lester licking.
Right, yes.
You can just hear it. People love hearing it.
And I'm not going to do that on the mic, so yeah.
Yeah, I like that you're talking about comparing this moment with the one later on with Evelyn when she shows her the bagel because she's actually rather maybe not sweet, but she's
patient
sincere.
and
Yes. She really is like, oh, you really don't understand. I need to show you. But we don't necessarily believe it. Like I'm still on edge about it. Like it's still scary. I think because we see her having this faux student and teacher relationship here with Officer Anthony, where she's really just toying with him like an animal, like a cat playing with a mouse or something, But yeah, so when it happens to Evelyn, like Evelyn's on her guard, and I'm still on my guard. I'm like, oh gosh, this is a trick of some kind, but it's not.
I kind of read it the opposite way, actually. And it's because of this reaction here. I feel like this is like genuine anger right here. Like maybe she's been playing with him, but he does this, it's like again with the can't. Like he's still not getting it, and that bothers her. And then when she's explaining it to Evelyn, it does seem kind of like, snake in the Garden of Eden, kind of like tempting. And it's like, oh, see, isn't this like I'm laying it all out before you? Like, look at this. But I feel a little bit more confident that this is the truth, at least to her, because of her anger here. Does that make sense?
Oh, no, that makes sense, yeah. But I think I'm still scared of her when she's talking to Evelyn. Yeah. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop and see where Evelyn is saying the wrong thing or something. It's gonna piss off Jobu and get this kind of reaction, where she's gonna turn her into confetti or something. Because we don't know yet really what her plan is, what she thinks of Evelyn, any of that stuff.
Right, yeah. It hasn't been revealed what she's actually trying to do with Evelyn.
Right.
Yeah. Aha. Yeah. But yeah, so Jobu says, again with the can't, and breaks the cuffs like they were nothing, right? Like it's not even there's not even like a struggle of the breaking. It's just like she puts up her hands and they just kind of like part.
Right.
Like she didn't even realize they were on. And then she turns around to look at Officer Anthony and she says, see, I don't think you understand the meaning of that word. We get some reaction shots from Evelyn and the other officers and then back to Jobu as she plants her open hand onto Officer Anthony's face. The lights flicker. I like that. More evidence of her presence causing things to glitch. Back to Officer Anthony, who pukes out a mouthful of blue confetti and then makes a face as if he feels something else going on inside his body. I really like this because like this is only for our benefit. But he's making a face like something is happening inside of him, right? Like it's like his body, his innards are suddenly starting to combust or something.
Yeah, it really looks involuntary, but the actor has to create that feeling,
right.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he does a T-pose. Very nice, very NPC. Do you know about T-poses?
No, what is that?
Okay, I just learned about this. So I might be using this wrong, but like it's when you are designing a game and when you're like putting characters into the game and you've like created the model, right? I guess the default pose for them is to be like standing straight up with their arms like held out, like in the shape of a T.
I see.
And that's how you like refine the model or paint the model or whatever. And then so when you're kind of like placing them in the game before you, I don't know, like render them or something like that. They're just like in this T-pose.
Gotcha, yeah.
And like when you're playing a game, this has never happened to me, but when you're like playing a game, if the game like glitches or something like that, you'll know it because the characters all suddenly just like make a T-pose.
Okay. They're kind of going back to their spawning, their little what's the word? Fetal position.
Yes,
for games.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it's like the fetal position of game characters. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And so like this has been like I guess this has crossed over into like pop culture slang or whatever. But like when I don't know, like when you suddenly like fumble or can't say a word right, you just go and then you do a T-pose as if the game is broken or something like that.
Gotcha.
So Jobu doing this and having Officer Anthony do this is like she's breaking the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, you've called him an NPC a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah, would you mind going into what you mean by that?
Okay, yeah. So this is another thing that I don't quite understand, but
I think that there's an innocent version of this, and there's a really scary, creepy, awful version. Of this,
I'm not aware of that. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
Just putting that out there. I don't know about the other one. Okay, so the way I understand it, tell me if this is one of the interpretations. The way I understand it is like a person who is called an NPC is like somebody who doesn't matter. They're like those characters in the game. Like you're the main character in the game, and you're running around. You're Link or you're Mario or whatever, and you got to talk to people. And each of these people, they have a little text box, and that's all they do is they walk back and forth in front of their house, and they're like, "Oh, save the princess," and that's all they say. And
So
that's an NPC.
non-playable characters.
Non-playable characters. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right.
But so that starts from an innocent, goofy thing where people call other people in the real world NPCs, and it starts from a place where, like, you're saying that ironically because it's like making fun of your self-centeredness.
Yes.
To think of other people as NPCs, right? So, so in Grand Theft Auto, you run over a bunch of people and it's like, oh, that's fine, they're NPCs. And the only trouble is that you get some more star ratings and that causes more cops to come after you, right?
And then another one pops up that looks exactly like them. And
Mario in Mario 64 goes to talk to the penguin and she's like, can you find my baby? And then you go and find the penguin baby and you throw it off the cliff. And everyone has a great time, but because you just respawn the level and you're fine, right?
Right.
But now, I mean, it's a really, this is a really awful, creepy facet of the internet where people use that term and mean it. That essentially people are disposable and you are the only real person in the world. And it gets with like this really dilettante philosophy of like the world is a simulation.
We did talk about that.
Yeah. But the world is a simulation philosophy isn't useful. All it can actually do is make you not care about the world in this nihilistic way. There's no positive aspects of it, and it's untestable. So for someone who is unhinged and maybe suicidal, like and you see other people's NPCs and everything is a simulation, like what's the trouble about being a mass shooter? None of it matters, and right. So there's a really dark undercurrent there. And I bring that up not just to like, just so people know that we don't agree with that, but like I think that is the world that Jobu is in.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And Jobu, she is in a simulation where everything she does is inputs and outputs, and it doesn't matter if she blows up Officer Anthony because there's an infinite amount of Officer Anthonys out there.
Okay. Yeah. So bringing it all the way back. So in real life, neither of us are saying that this is a good philosophy to have.
It is a useless and I think only harmful.
Yes.
Thought experiment.
The only thing, because you're saying like if the world is a simulation, then so what? Like you can't get out of it. You can't. All you can do is prove that it's a simulation, and all that's going to do is make you care less about other people.
Right. You can never actually prove that it is a simulation, and all it would prove is that the world is meaningless and that your actions have no value, etc. Yeah. Okay. The way that I forget, did we talk about it in this show or another show? The way that some Silicon Valley bros have gotten through this is that they have believed and convinced themselves rather that the simulation is set up by a higher intelligence to test humanity, which again there's no way to prove that, but like in media where there's like an alien who comes down and like in like Star Trek. Star Trek. In Star Trek, The Next Generation, the whole series, it turns out, is a simulation that Q has set up to test whether humanity is worth saving, and that the Enterprise is doing that and like saving people, like saving the whole world. So the way that some Silicon Valley tech, dilettante philosophers set this up.
Can we give an example of the like? Are you talking
Elon
about
Musk? Okay, it's been reported that Elon Musk believes in this, or that he's at least been listening to this. You can't get into people's minds, but that he's been listening to this, and then there are some watchers who have said like his actions bear this out. That like, okay, the world is a simulation. I'm the only real person. It is a game, but the game is so important. I'm the one who's being tested to see if humanity should live or die. So I should do what they would do in Star Trek of like sacrifice some for the greater good, etc.
Boy.
Yeah.
Between people in power thinking that this is a video game,
right,
and then other people in power thinking that they need to bring about the end times, the biblical end times. We're all, I mean, like, us NPCs,
right, exactly.
are fucked.
Right, and if there's a couple of them, so it's been reported about Elon Musk. I don't know about these other ones, but imagine if Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Sam Bankman-Fried and Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, if they all think that they are the main character of the entire universe, that's and everyone else is a simulation. That's dangerous. I think Bezos and Zuckerberg are saner than that. I don't know.
Okay, well, only one way to find out. Listeners of the future, if you're still there. Yeah. Oy, oy.
But anyways, I'm bringing that up not just to be pessimistic, but to get into where Jobu is, I think.
Yeah. And I think that, I mean, would you say that like the Joker thinks that way as well?
I don't think. I think the Joker is more classically nihilist, of like none of it actually matters. And
okay.
And
so everybody else has lives and a family and everything like that, but they're also like
normie.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah, they're not having fun. Yeah.
Right. There's that. It's like don't pretend you're like them. You're not. Right. He's talking to Batman.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, folks. So what we're saying at the end of all of that is none of y'all are NPCs.
Right.
And neither are we.
Right.
Yeah. We're all the main character. And the world is better with all of us in it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Take that, Jobu.
Yeah, it's like a 21st century, naming of something that people have felt. Crazy people have felt for a long time, right? Or disaffected people have felt for a long time. Of like,
I'm sure if you go back and hit like Caligula and all those people, but they before computers and NPCs and all that stuff.
That they're lizard people or something, or they're not really fully human, or
this is a dream, or
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. So
this is a test from the gods, or what have you.
Right. Jupiter is putting me through a trial or something.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we got with Jobu. Oh yes, he explodes into confetti.
And we all laugh.
Yes, and we all laugh because it's like, oh, he's just another video game character,
right?
In this version. But yeah, he screams and he explodes into confetti. This is Officer Anthony. I don't know why, but I really like how the scream has this weird like echo to it, like he's falling down a well, like he's going somewhere.
Right.
It's counter to what actually happened because like it would. If all of his molecules, if all of his atoms became confetti and he is the confetti, then the scream would be like cut off, right? But it feels almost like, well, okay, there we go. This is saving grace for Jobu. Maybe she just swapped him with the confetti and sent him somewhere else, and now he's stuck inside a piñata somewhere.
It does remind me of the maybe he goes into the piñata that we see later on getting opened up. It does remind me of the title of the Harlan Ellison short story, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Yes. Right. So yeah, where is that scream coming from? And it sounds, it's like very echoey. It sounds like it's going down like if a bathroom were a hallway,
Right. And it does seem like Officer Anthony is going through a lot of pain. But maybe, I don't know. Is that what if this is real? She's presumably controlling his body and making him appear like he's in pain. Does it hurt to turn into confetti? I don't know.
Is it the change that's painful, and then once he is confetti, it's like it feels glorious, or
is it just the existential nature of it that he screams about? Is there actual physical pain, or just no? I'm confetti.
Like he just like there are millions of me now. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that I had forgotten because I know that he vomits out the blue confetti, but then when he turns to confetti, he's not all blue. It's a bunch of different colors in there.
Right. I see mostly blue, kind of like falling down, but I did see a little bit of like pink and purple in there as well. Yeah. Right.
And gold. There's gold in them. There, exploding police officer.
Right. And another reaction shot from Evelyn as the officers forget about her and start running towards Jobu. We cut to Jobu, who says, "See, I can walk through you." And as she is walking through the still falling confetti that was Officer Anthony. This also reminds me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when what's his name, Mike TV, right? He gets changed into like a million little pieces floating over their heads.
Wait, Mike TV. Oh, yes, he shrinks so much that he becomes... Wait, have you just incepted me with a false memory?
No.
Doesn't he get shrunk down?
He does get shrunk down, but between the getting shrunk down and his normal state, he jumps into the machine, which, Wonka says don't do, right? In a very like, no, stop, that type of thing.
Right, okay, good.
They activate the machine and he disappears completely and there's like, where is he? And then it's like, oh, he's up above our head in a million tiny little pieces.
Right.
So
when he becomes television signal. This is when they're putting him into the little TV, right?
Right.
Gotcha.
So
yes.
like in the same principle, does that mean that all of those little pieces are individually conscious, or do they share one consciousness? Like, is the falling confetti of Officer Anthony going like, oh no, I'm confetti, or is he going, oh no, we're confetti? That is my question.
Well, we are getting really philosophical on this particular minute.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, where is your consciousness? It appears to be nowhere in real life. It seems to be between the nerves and not in the nerves.
Right. Yeah. I
Jesus.
think we were. Well, no, we were talking before about how you can point to like parts of your body and say, this is my finger, this is my arm, this is my hand.
Right.
But you can't point to anything and say, this is me. You can't even point to your brain, if you could. But like, you can't even point to it and say, this is me. You just say, this is my brain. So where is the you?
Apparently, the electrical impulses inside of your brain, between your nerves.
But okay, let's say that like technology has advanced to the point where we can see the little little sparks like jumping in between just like kind of like jumping from one piece of meat to the next, right? And we pause it as the spark is in mid jump, and we say, that's me, or is that not even you?
I don't think it is, right? I think it's just part of you, and then they disappear and reformulate somewhere. But there's not like a battery somewhere that stores you, right?
Yep. What disappears when you die? Aside from, I guess, the brain activity, right?
The brain activity, yeah. I don't know. You can. Some people want to be like uploaded eventually into a battery that holds you into a hard drive.
It's like your consciousness, right? Yeah, we've talked like, and that's been like a science fiction idea for a long time. Yeah.
Right, but I don't know if that will work. I think maybe it does have to be like in Futurama, where you're in a vat. Like, you still have to have
your entire head is like
Nixon's brain is the president of the New York world. Yeah.
Right. And then, but like, yeah, like if we stripped it down, it's like, okay, like, remove Nixon's nose, remove his eyes, remove his hair, remove his teeth, remove his, like, when do we get to the point? This is like the reverse ship of Theseus. Or no, maybe it's the exact ship of Theseus.
Maybe it's the exact thing.
So we don't exactly know what's wrong with Officer Anthony.
Yeah, well, whatever's wrong, wherever he is, whether he is one confetto or all of the confetti, he is gone. He's no longer with us.
No. He's resting.
I think I know an exploded police officer when I see one. I'm looking at one right now.
No, he's not exploded. He's resting. He's a remarkable officer. Beautiful plumage.
The plumage don't enter into it. It's stone dead.
Well, he's probably pining for the fjords.
Pining for the fjords? What kind of talk is that? It's not pining, it's passed on. This police officer is no more. He has ceased to be. It's expired and he's going to be his maker. He's a stiff, bereft of life. He rests in peace. His metabolic processes are now history. He's off the twig. He's kicked the bucket. He's shuffled off his mortal coil, run down the curtain, and joined the bleeding choir invisible. This is an ex-Officer Anthony.
Well, I'd better replace it then. Would you want? We got two Officer Bryans in this one.
Oh, two Officer Bryans.
Yes, two for the price of one. See? And all the Waymonds you could need.
Alpha, Omega, and every in between.
Yes, all the essentials. All right. Anyway, all right. Our attempt at doing a Monty Python thing.
It says here, sketch continues into the lumberjack song. Well, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, I like the lumberjack song. Yeah. But yeah, so we got our other officer shouting, "Officer down!" This is Dan Brown. He's the cop with the mustache, credited in IMDb as Police Salsa. We're gonna call him Officer Dan.
Good.
Even the Daniels were like, "There's too many Daniels in this thing," so it's not us making that joke. But we cut, and the cop holding Evelyn has now drawn his gun. This is Panavat Anthony Nanakonpanam, credited in IMDb as Police Luchador. We're gonna call him Officer Panavat. He and Officer Anthony are advancing, and behind him, Evelyn is saying, "No, don't shoot." Behind Jobu, Officer Dan says, "Hands behind your head." She responds like this and reaches up to place her hands behind her head. And we cut to an over the shoulder of this cop as she parts her hair in the back of her head and Jobu's front of her head. "What are you doing here on the other side?" She makes a little kissing motion at him, then grabs the gun, puts it in her mouth, and we hear the unmistakable gurgle of a bong. Now, cut back to Jobu as she exhales a cloud of smoke. Another cut And I don't know what this is called in dance lingo. It's not a twirl. It's when you're dancing and you sort of like fling your partner away from you, but you're still holding their hand, and they sort of kind of like they whip and then they recoil back into you.
Yeah, I thought that was a spin. No, you spin your partner. No.
Well, I thought you spin. You don't like whip them out like that.
Well, he whips her out. All right.
Yeah.
But she's making him whip her out.
Right. Yeah. She's in control the whole time. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And that's what happens here. She spins back into Officer Dan's arms. She does a version of that quick verse jumping nod that we've been seeing, but it's more like she just whips her head back up, and Officer Dan does it too at the same time. I like that. It's like making him do it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've seen it but she doesn't need her her Bluetooth holders or anything like that. Yeah.
Right. She's like much more advanced in the Jedi training type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the lights flickering on and off, which you really love, that has helped hide all these cuts, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's really seamless. It's really hard to see where it is unless you're going frame by frame and see where the cut is.
Right.
It's very well hidden.
And great way to, use something that should be there and like makes the scene like all the more spooky and interesting. But then like very, very nice little camouflage there.
Right.
Yeah. And suddenly they are dressed like salsa dancers.
Salsa.
Yeah. And it's gender swapped. So Jobu is dressed as the guy, and Daniel, are you wearing women's lipstick? Yeah. But yeah, dude looks like a lady. And suddenly we hear mariachi music. I love Dan's face. Like he pulls a very good like what? Face throughout all of this. This is straight out of like Bugs Bunny, completely like Looney Tunes, right? Like it's like, hey, participate in this joke with me. But we're going to have to like change our costumes completely and like do a little salsa dance,
Yeah, it does remind me of The Mask with Jim Carrey. I think because we're going to get this, it's called salsa dancing in the script, and they're dressed like salsa dancers. But it reminds me of the habanero type, Cuban Pete thing that what's his name, Mask does.
Yeah,
no, he has another name. Stanley Ipkiss.
Yes, but
How's
is that? That's the guy before he puts on the mask. Does he have an?
Mask.
I don't think I guess it's just the mask. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it reminds me of that, which is when we saw The Mask and whatever that was, 1994, I think, right? We were like, oh, this is like Looney Tunes but more grown up.
Yeah.
Right. And but now this is like The Mask but R-rated. Like we killed people, and we're going to see some terrible murders in a little bit, and also some R-rated humor.
But like in a way of like it's like Jobu and Officer Dan. Like in real life, they would have had to rehearse this. They would have had to purchase the costumes. But it's like that's Jobu's power. Is like, hey, I want to do this funny joke, like, and you're in on it. You're unwillingly in on it, right? Which is exactly what Bugs Bunny would do with Elmer Fudd or
Stanley Fudd.
Yes.
Yosemite Ipkiss.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, making them work against their will to do this.
Right. Yeah, to be part of the joke. Yeah. But yeah, I guess this all happened in the span of time it took Officer Panavat to draw his gun and aim, and our minute ends just as he fires. We're on him as he has fired the first shot.
Yeah. So
what is going to come of that? We'll have to wait until the next minute.
Good timing, Officer Panavat.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you're being sarcastic, right?
Well, it hit right in our minute.
Oh, I see. Yeah, for the purpose of our show, yes.
For the purpose of our show, that's great.
Thank you. That's very considerate, yes.
Very considerate, yes.
But yeah, what did we think of this minute?
Yeah, it's fun. It's scary. This is where we've seen Stephanie Hsu be Jobu before, but we're kind of hiding her in the shadows, and making her look kind of mysterious. This we could see her really having fun.
Yes, this is all of her scariness, like in broad daylight, and rather than diluting it, it actually makes it more scary because she's having a blast.
Right. And I think this will become more apparent as we get to the scene that's just her and Evelyn. But a lot of the things she's doing here are to bother her mother, Evelyn.
Yeah.
There's all the things she could be doing with the gun, right? Like smoking pot with the gun, I think is something that is very much an affront to her parents.
Right. Yeah. From the Elvis costume to the pet pig and we're going to see like a few more things in the next minute before, it's just them two. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't think we're clocking it, but like when you look back at it retroactively, it's like, oh yeah, these are things Evelyn would be embarrassed about, and if she were not like just terrified, she's probably also very much disappointed.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, folks, this has been the 55th minute of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, you can find me on Instagram and Letterboxd at Howdy Keenan.
Yep, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. Oh, that is coming up. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free but would mean all the universes to us would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media helps our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. Okay, so it is time to jump. And I think what I'm going to do... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a dustpan and a little broom, and I'm going to try to sweep up Officer Anthony. I'm going to try to figure out a way to bring Officer Anthony back.
Right, yeah.
But I need all of the pieces of confetti
together, right, in the right order. Will we find where he is?
Right. And then even if I'm successful, like, we don't know, like he might be missing a finger or something because I didn't get all of, or because the pig like ate a piece of confetti or something.
Oh my gosh, the pig.
We forgot about the pig.
Yeah, he might have forgotten the starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians. All sorts of things could go crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if we bring him back.
Right.
Well, you know what we forgot that didn't occur to me until you sang our little theme song is that Officer Dan has a hat full of bananas, of course.
Oh.
And I'm going to use them for scale.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to hold them up and so you can see how big things are.
There you go. Just walking around measuring things. Okay.
Here you go.
Perfect. All
it's
right.
About yay big.
Yes, it's about 2 bananas. Excellent.
Thanks, Officer Dan.
Yeah. Now, is this before or after? Well, no, it would have to be before because it's in this minute, right?
Right. The bullet has just been fired.
Yes. So much like our Peter Stormare Devil, you have stopped time.
Yes.
And walked between him and the bullet.
Right.
Grabbed a banana. Grabbed 2 bananas, let's be honest, right? And you just kind of like stood there eating the first one.
Right.
And
But the other one
you're going to take and you're going to...
for scale.
Is for scale, yes. But folks, when time speeds back up again, what we didn't realize is that Keenan has discarded the banana peel.
Oh, no.
And that's going to affect things in the future. Anyway, all right. Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I know that we're lumberjacks, but are we okay?
That is a question that only we can answer. In song.
That we can't afford.
No. Okay, folks. Until next week, 1, 2, 3.
He's probably pining for the fjords.
That will clue people in. But where are you? Okay, where do we start again?